Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Trump announces US withdrawal from World Health Organization and Paris Agreement. Pardons January 6 defendants. Trump reiterates intent to take back Panama Canal. Panama rejects Trump vow to take it back. South Korea suspended President Yoon Suk Yeol attends impeachment hearing for the first time. In a major success against left-wing extremism, security forces neutralized 15 Naxals along Chattisgarh-Odisha border. Donald Trump was sworn in for a second non-consecutive term as the United States president on Monday and proclaimed that the golden age of America had begun. In a forceful inaugural address, the 47th president referred to January 20 as Liberation Day and declared that America's decline is over, vowing rapid changes. Trump returned to the White House aiming to reset U.S. policies across various areas such as immigration, tariffs and energy. Let's listen to some of his statements, which he made in his own style at the inaugural speech.
The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. From this moment on, America's decline is over. Our liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied. We will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. I was saved by God to make America great again. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day.
US President Donald Trump signed a number of executive orders aimed at undoing many of the policies implemented by Biden administration. Soon after his swearing in, Trump signed an order to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement for a second time. The US president followed this by signing a formal letter to the United Nations notifying the global body of the country's intent to leave the landmark 2015 accord, which seeks to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions driving climate change. Donald Trump signed an order for the United States to exit the World Health Organization, which he had previously attacked over its COVID response. Signing the order at the White House, Trump said the United States was unfairly paying less than China into the UN body and added, "World Health ripped us off."
We paid $500 million to World Health when I was here, and I terminated it. China, with 1.4 billion people, we have 350 to pay. We have, nobody knows what we have because so many people came in illegally, but let's say we have 325. They had 1.4 billion. They were paying 39 million, we were paying 500 million. It seemed a little unfair to me. So that wasn't the reason, but I dropped out. They offered me to come back for 39 million. In theory, it should be less than that, but you know. And when Biden came back, they came back for 500 million. He knew that you could have come back for 39 million. They wanted us back so badly, so we'll see what happens. Not when you're being ripped off like we are by the World Health. World Health ripped us off. Everybody rips off the United States, and that's it. It's not going to happen anymore.
Trump has pardoned about 1,500 participants in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol by his supporters trying to overturn the 2020 election. Trump said that 6 defendants would have their sentences shortened. The moves fulfill a campaign promise by Trump to aid supporters who were charged and in many cases imprisoned for crimes committed during the riot, a failed attempt to stop the congressional certification of Democrat Joe Biden's 2020 election victory.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages, approximately 1,500 for a pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research.
Trump also signed an executive order seeking to delay by 75 days the enforcement of a ban of popular short video app TikTok that was slated to be shuttered on January 19. Trump said US should get 50% ownership of the platform.
Just gave me the right to sell it or close it. Essentially with TikTok, I have the right to either sell it or close it. And we'll make that determination. And we may have to get an approval from China too, I'm not sure. But I'm sure they'll approve it. And if they don't approve it, it would be somewhat of a hostile act, I think. But it's good for China if it gets approved.
Trump also spoke on heavy tariffs on China. He said he had a telephonic call with Chinese President Xi.
Well, as you know, I put on large tariffs on China, and they've really been forced to leave them. And if we didn't leave them, you wouldn't have one steel mill that's open in this country because they were dumping massive amounts of steel. We've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars from China because they were unable to terminate the tariffs I put on China because it was too much money and the budgets didn't work and other reasons too. No, I mean, we're going to have meetings and calls with President Xi. I spoke to President Xi last week, as you know. Did you know that? I had a very good phone call.
After signing executive orders, Trump and Melania Trump danced as the U.S. first couple at the Commander-in-Chief inaugural ball. Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife Usha also took to the stage, with few service members also joining the two couples. The U.S. Marine Band played a battle hymn of the Republic for the President and First Lady's dance. The Commander-in-Chief was the first of 3 inaugural balls that Trump is scheduled to attend Monday evening. The U.S. President also attended the Liberty Ball with family members. He once again reiterated his decision to drill the petroleum reserves in the U.S. and boost the economy.
So we're going to keep it going. We're going to have it turned around quickly. This big ship, we got to turn it a little bit slower than I'd like, but we're going to turn it around. We have things that nobody else has. You know, we also have something that it's not politically correct to say, but it's becoming very politically correct. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation in the world. And if you don't mind, we're going to use it, right? We want education, we want houses that don't cost a fortune, we want low interest rates, we want low taxes, we want a strong, powerful military, and we're going to have that.
Speaking about his speech earlier, Trump revealed that he wanted to mince no words about certain issues in his speech, but was persuaded by colleagues to let the speech look more unifying. One aspect was outgoing President Joe Biden's decision to pardon his son.
And we said a lot of things today. I think we got tremendous reviews on the speech. And, you know, I wanted to put in some really rough stuff, and all of my people, including JD, they said, let's not put that paragraph in. Oh, I love that paragraph. There was a paragraph on Biden shouldn't be pardoning his family. And we had a couple of others that were far worse than that. But they said, you know, the speech is so nice and it's so unifying. I said, all right, we won't do it. I'll do it about 2 hours later. So we've been doing it all night long.
Also, Trump appreciated hard work and dedication of his deputy, J.D. Vance, and his wife, Usha Vance.
And we have a great vice president, I want to tell you, and he's got a fantastic wife and helper, and she's done just incredible things for the party and for him. And I want to thank you. Great job. Great job. J.D. Vance, great job.
Tech billionaires, including Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, were given prime positions at Donald Trump's inauguration. Musk, Bezos and Zuckerberg are the world's 3 richest people, according to Forbes. Google co-founder Sergey Brin, who also attended, ranked 7th. Attendees also included Apple CEO Tim Cook and Google CEO Sundar Pichai. TikTok CEO Shou Chew sat in the back row of the stage. Trump later in the day ordered a 75-day pause on enforcing a law that would effectively ban TikTok in the United States. Despite highly limited seating after the ceremony was moved indoors due to bad weather, Meta CEO Zuckerberg attended with his wife Priscilla Chan, while Amazon Executive Chairman Bezos was accompanied by his fiancée Lauren Sanchez. US President Donald Trump once again expressed his interest in Greenland while signing executive orders in the Oval Office on the first day of his second term. Trump said the United States needs to control Greenland to ensure international security.
Greenland is a wonderful place. We need it for international security. And I'm sure that Denmark will come along. I think it's costing them a lot of money to maintain it, to keep it.
Despite posing himself as a peacemaker in his second inaugural address, Trump has vowed that the United States would be taking back the Panama Canal.
And a very big thing is the Panama Canal. China controls the Panama Canal. What's that all about? They're not supposed to be good. When Jimmy Carter gave it, which was a terrible mistake, he didn't do it. He didn't give it to China. He gave it to Panama. And China controls the Panama Canal. And we're not going to allow that to happen.
Panama on Monday rejected President Donald Trump's pledge that the United States would be taking back the Panama Canal, saying the key interoceanic waterway would remain under its control. Panama President Jose Raul Mulino, in a statement on social media, said that he comprehensively rejects the words of President Donald Trump, dismissing Trump's claim that China is operating the canal. Panamanian president said the canal is and will remain Panama's. Update from West Asia now. As Gaza ceasefire deal enters into third day, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed that Gaza would never again pose a threat to Israel. In a video message on Monday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu thanked Trump for helping to secure the hostage release deal and once more pledged to return the remaining hostages. Earlier, 3 Israeli hostages, all women, were reunited with their families after Hamas fighters handed them over on Sunday, followed by the overnight release of 90 Palestinian prisoners. The first phase of the truce would last 6 weeks, during which the parties would negotiate a permanent ceasefire, which has not been agreed yet.
I believe that working together again, we will raise the U.S.-Israel alliance to even greater heights. I look forward to working with you to return the remaining hostages, to destroy Hamas's military capabilities and end its political rule in Gaza, and to ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel.
Meanwhile, the relatives of the 3 Israeli ex-hostages called for the release of the remaining 94 captives seized during Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack.
Please keep on fighting for the remaining 94 hostages who need to come home. There are too many other families who are waiting to hug their loved ones or bring them back for a proper burial. As I've been saying over the past number of months, the hostages in Gaza must have access to humanitarian aid while they are waiting to be released.
South Korea's impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol appeared for the first time in his impeachment trial at Constitutional Court. South Korea was plunged into political chaos by Yoon's December 3 martial law declaration, which lasted just 6 hours before lawmakers voted it down. They later impeached him, stripping him off his duties. He also became the first sitting South Korean president to be arrested in a criminal probe on insurrection grounds. The country's constitutional court is currently holding hearings to decide whether to uphold his impeachment, and his legal team said late Monday that the suspended leader would attend. Yoon may be given the opportunity to speak in court and also may be questioned by a constitutional court justice. A 6.0 magnitude earthquake hit Taiwan south on Tuesday near the city of Chiai. Capital Taipei also felt tremors for nearly a minute as the quake struck shortly after midnight. The quake had a depth of 9.4 kilometers with its epicenter in Dapu Township of Chiai County. The ceilings of several homes collapsed while roads were blocked by falling rocks and landslides. At least 27 people were injured in the quake-related incidents. Taiwan is frequently hit by earthquakes due to its location on the edges of 2 tectonic plates near the Pacific Ring of Fire, which USGS says is most seismically active zone in the world. The last major earthquake occurred in April 2024 when the island was hit by a deadly 7.4 magnitude tremor that officials said was the strongest in 25 years. We are heading for a short break. Stay tuned to DD India. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. In a mighty blow to Naxalism, security forces achieved major success towards building a Naxal-free India. The Central Reserve Police Force, Special Operation Group, Odisha and Chattisgarh Police neutralized 15 Naxalites in a joint operation along the Odisha-Chattisgarh border. According to the police, a member of the Naxal group who had a bounty of 1 crore rupees on his head was also killed in the encounter. Police informed that the encounter is still underway and more details are awaited on the matter. On January 17, 2 border security force jawans sustained injuries after Naxals set off an improvised explosive device in Chattisgarh's Narayanpur district. Home Minister Amit Shah termed it as a big success, saying, "With our resolve for a Naxal-free India and the joint efforts of our security forces, Naxalism is breathing its last today." And DD India correspondent Somesh Patel joins us with more on phone line from Chhattisgarh. Hi Somesh, what is the latest you're getting for us on this?
Hello Siddharth. 15 more Naxalites were killed in gunfight with security force as part of the ongoing anti-Naxal operation in Chattisgarh, Garhwal district. Police said on Thursday. An official said a press instance on the fire took place late on Monday night and early Thursday morning in a forest under the Manpur police station. area along the Chhattisgarh-Odisha border, in which 12 Naxalites were killed. Early Monday, 2 women Naxalites were killed in a Cobra Jawan was injured in the encounter. During in the sum operation, the official said that a joint team of the Secretary Personnel from the District Reserve Guard, DRG, Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, Cobra from Chattisgarh, and a special operation Group SOG from Odisha were involved in the operation. The official said the operation was launched on the night of January 19, based on intelligence about the person moist in the Kulir Ghat forest of the Chattisgarh, just 5 kilometers from the border of Odisha, Nuwardpara district. 2 women Naxalites were neutralized during on the operation on Monday, and the large case of the fire ID, including the self-loading fire, were recovered from the encounter. So, despite the officer said the number moist casualty, my ensure the sad confirmation encounter Karyavan Superintendent of Police Nikhil Raksha said the Monday evening firing to apply during the anti-Naxal operation in the forest under Manpur. After the fighting stopped during the search operation border, 2 female Naxalites, we recovered weapons of the killed Naxalites, where also seed winning done in Cobra soldiers has been sued. It is the winning Raipur said officer. According to the police member of the Naxal group, who had violated 1 crore rupees, was also killed in the encounter, including in the police. The encounter is still underway. More details animator. On January 16, 2 CRPF were injured at the blast, and a few days ago also in Bastar of the Chattisgarh, Secretary Force has achieved success in the operation against Naxalites in the Bijapur district of Chattisgarh. In encounter of the border of Bijapur in Telangana, the Secretary Force killed 12 Naxalites in the during such operation. Guns and ammunition recovered. The year 25 Naxalites have been killed in the ongoing campaign against him in Bastar. Last in the Secretary Force, well aware, could more than 200 Naxalites.
All right, thank you so much, Somesh. We leave it there. And now, news from Mahakumbh, the largest religious congregation in the world. The Mahakumbh festival is currently underway in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj, and each day is witnessing a record number of devotees who are taking the holy dip at Triveni Sangam. Many cultural events are also being lined up at various venues to entertain the visitors. For the first time ever, the Mahakumbh festival is also catering to eye patients by delivering free spectacles to thousands of devotees each day. Interestingly, all the specs are being manufactured in real time at Mahakumbh camps. On early Tuesday morning, Mumbai police conducted a crime scene recreation with the arrested accused Mohammad Shariful Islam Shehzad in Saif Ali Khan's stabbing case. The investigation team took the accused to key location, including Saif's Bandra residence, where the attack occurred, particularly the National College bus stop and the railway station. Mumbai police are investigating the case to determine the exact sequence of events. The Amrit Udyan of Rashtrapati Bhavan will open for public viewing from February 2nd to March 30th, 2025. Spread over a vast expanse of 15 acres, Amrit Udyan has often been portrayed, and deservedly so, as the soul of Rashtrapati Bhavan. This edition of Amrit Udyan is a landscaping marvel where visitors can witness Collis, Celosia, tuberose and many other rare seasonal flowers in full glory. People can visit the Udyan 6 days a week between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. except on Mondays, which are maintenance days. On to sports now. The General Secretary of the International Kho-Kho Federation, Rohit Haldania, lauded Indian men's and women's teams for winning the inaugural edition of Kho-Kho World Cup. In an exclusive conversation with DD India's Narayan Singh, he expressed confidence that this milestone event would boost the sport's global recognition.
India created history as both men's and women's team won the inaugural edition of the Kho-Kho World Cup, and it was done at a mass level. And right now I'm joined by the General Secretary of the World Kho-Kho Federation, Rohit ji. The way things happened, Kho-Kho was organized at such a mass level. So what was the experience holding such an event at such a mass level? And that was the inaugural edition.
The first Coco World Cup was a spectacular event. It took place in New Delhi, and for that the International Coco Federation expressed great gratitude to the people of India, the city of Delhi, and the Coco Federation of India. It was an absolutely incredible event which welcomed 21 men's teams, 20 women's teams from all 6 continents. It's an exceptional step up for the Coco world, and we are exceptionally pleased with the first Coco World Cup and the arrangements that have been made here in India. And a huge congratulations to Team India, men's and women's, who have achieved greatness by winning the finals, and both men's and women's of India are champions.
We saw a large number of people coming, especially during the opening ceremony. There was a massive crowd in the matches too. So the journey has been started. So what are your future plans to maintain this, the thing that happened in New Delhi during the inaugural edition?
Firstly, Coco is huge in India, and so we expected there to be a huge crowd. People from all walks of life in India play Coco, they relate to the game, and they turned up when we needed them to support the game at the first ever Coco World Cup, at the inauguration and the finale. Next steps, well, for now we have some further development to do with all of our national associations. We are looking to strengthen them regionally, help them develop more continental structures.
So definitely the way Coco World Cup brought the teams from the different continents, from South America, from Europe, from Africa, definitely it gave a platform to the game so that it can go ahead and give a stiff challenge to other sports, the way things happened in the inaugural edition of the Coco World Cup. With camera person Naveen, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi.
That's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms, and you can scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.